Credit score? Join the thousands of people who've relied on creditrepair.com to help rebuild their credit score.
Great Friday morning. It is Jay, and I'd like to welcome you to another day in the daily life of Jay. It is Friday morning. July 10th, 2020, and it is 7:20 in the AM. And I am headed to work. I'm headed to work. It is going to be another very hot day. I think that we are supposed to hit the triple digits today, absolutely. I think we're supposed to get to 100 today. Either 100 or 101, somewhere there. So yeah, it's gonna be a hot one. It's gonna be a hot one. So I will be inside all day under the air conditioning, and then until it's time for me to go. I didn't know what that was. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know what that was. But a bird just flew under my car as I was driving by. It kind of jarred me a little bit. But yeah, until it's time for me to have lunch, I'm going to be inside all day. I'm not even taking a walk today. I haven't taken a walk all this week, with the exception of Wednesday. And that was tough to do. Thankfully, when I did that, I was outside, but I was in an area that was covered, so it wasn't as if the sun was beating down on my head constantly. And I gotta buy a hat. I need some plain baseball caps. Or sun hats, because all of my baseball caps have something on them, and they're great. I love my hats, which is why I have them. But sometimes I just want a plain baseball cap or sun hat, and I've yet to come across one that I like, and that is also inexpensive. So I've got to find something, which is so bizarre to me, because when I'm not looking for one, of course I see them everywhere. But now that I'm looking for one, I can't find one. And all I'm finding are the ones that have some kind of logo or emblem or wording across it, on it. And that's not what I want. There is a hat that I said I would get, and I don't mind the logo on it, but they want $20 for it because it's one of those cooling hats. So I might get one of those. I don't know yet. I might get one. And they've got two colors, so I might get one of each. And the emblem is, I think the logo is kind of small, so I might do that. But I really would prefer something plain. So I've got to find something. Somebody's got to have it somewhere. I'll look on Amazon or something, and see if I can find it. But yeah, my underarms are ridiculously dark. I'm sorry, I'm just on a little bit of a tangent right now. My underarms are really very dark, and I've noticed it this week, like really noticed it this week. So I'm gonna go buy some aloe vera later and see if that helps. I I know that it will help with the inflammation because one of my armpits is inflamed. It's irritated, and I'm not sure why. And I did switch from store-bought deodorant to natural deodorant, but I was having slight issues even before I switched, which I'm very glad that I did switch. It's working very, very well. I made the deodorant myself. I did not buy an over-the-counter natural deodorant, even though there's several out there. I didn't do that. I actually made my own, and it works really very well, even in these really high heat days. I've noticed that I don't have any underarm odor that like really emanates from my body, which once upon a time I did. Once upon a time I used to smell like, and this is just full disclosure, once upon a time I used to smell like onions. And I know that that was a combination of things. One, what I was eating, and two, the stress that I was going through during that time. Stress affects my body in so many crazy ways. And I've wanted to switch to a natural deodorant for the longest time. I just didn't want to invest the money in a store-bought natural deodorant and then it not work. So I started buying the super strong deodorants because I knew that they would work, and they did. But it was I really believe that it's doing so much damage to me internally, just because my body is so sensitive that I needed to find something that was natural. And I, again, did not want to invest the money in something store-bought and then it not work. Whereas with me making it myself, everything that I used, I could use again in my home. These are all household things, household ingredients. So even if they did not work as an underarm deodorant, I could still use them in other places. They have multiple purposes. So that is what I did, with the exception of the beeswax, which I could actually use because I also make my own moisturizer. And I've done this kind of stuff off and on for years, and I only do it for myself. I don't do it for anyone else. I have no desire to do it for anyone else. I make my own moisturizer. I now make my own deodorant. I make my own oils for my scalp, to help moisturize my scalp, but also to help with hair growth. And it's not like I'm trying to grow all of the hair back. I mean, there are parts that I know are not going to come back, but there are parts that do try their best, like this before. And I still have some absolute clean patches. And when I say clean patches, I mean it's smooth. Like there is no semblance of hair coming back. But then there are some patches where the hair is really very fine. You can feel it, but it's hard to see. Like this is a patch where the hair is not going to come back. It's absolutely smooth like this. But then there's some patches where you can feel it. It's like the hair on your arms. But I make my own oil for that. And then and again, it's something that I've done for years off and on. And it just is better for me. I've always liked more natural products, and when I buy something store-bought, it's usually because I haven't figured out how to make it naturally, or I haven't put in the time to research how to make it naturally. To do the research to make it naturally, and then to play with it. So, I used to do this whole thing. I had bath salts that I used to make, scrubs that I used to make, sugar scrubs that I used to make. And scented bath salts, not just Epsom salt in a box or in a bag. And I had scented, moisturizing bath salts. I had sugar scrubs that were also moisturizing. I used to do all of that, and like I said, for years, off and on, I would do this kind of stuff. I would do it, and I kind of stepped back from it, but here recently I've been going back into it because, again, I would prefer the more natural solution. That could have been an accident because somebody wasn't paying attention. But anyway, so I'm going to get some aloe vera tonight on the way home to deal with these dark spots under my arms. And there are a couple of different solutions. I did do the research. There are a few different things that I could try to deal with the dark spots, but I'm going to go with the aloe vera just because I need to deal with the irritation and inflammation as well. And I'm wondering if, because it has intensified since I started using the natural, I'm wondering if I have too much of one of my ingredients in there, like the starch. I'm wondering if I have too much of that in there, or if it's 7:32, or if I need to not put the fragrance in there, because I have patchouli. A light dosing of patchouli in there for fragrance. So I'm wondering if I just need to eliminate that for the next round that I make. So that's probably what I'll do. Is I'll probably, when I make it the next time, just not put the patchouli in at all, and see how that works. And if I still find high irritation, then I'll minimize my arrowroot and go from there. Oh, let me take these sunglasses off. So yes, as you can see, I am here at work. So I'm going to go in and get my day started. I may or may not come back on. I don't know right now. So in case I don't, peace and blessings. Remember to walk in your purpose and know that I appreciate you.